Hey guys, so I wanted to give you some pointers on how to do research and find reasonable sources for your ecosystem management project. I assume most of you are going to start with a search engine similar to what I have here. So once you've chosen your topic, hopefully you've done a little bit of background research about your topic just to get an idea of what it's all about. Once you've settled on that final topic, okay, you're going to start looking for sources. Now, I would absolutely encourage you to use some of the sources that we have through the school, like Newsella. You may find stuff on there, you may not, but I want to focus today on Google, right? Because that's what a lot of you will use. So I'm going to say I'm doing research on reintroducing wolves. So once I type that in, reintroduce wolves, okay, I'm going to get a whole bunch of stuff. And a lot of these sources are going to be good. A lot of these sources are not things that are something that we should be using for a school type of project. Okay, so I see Wikipedia here, of course, as the very first source on here. And that's one that I don't want to use, right? Wikipedia is something that I could go on and edit, right? I could go and look about wolf reintroduction. There's lots of good information here, right? But unfortunately, I cannot trust this as a good source. Doesn't mean you can't read it, learn something, because there's probably some really important stuff in there, but it's not a site that I can, it's not a source that I can cite. I can't talk. All right, I'm going to give you a pointer. This should be really helpful to you in terms of finding good sources. Right here is a little tab which brings up news, periodicals, whatever, articles that are about the topic. So when I click on this, okay, now I'm seeing some really good information. I'm seeing Center for Biological Diversity. I'm seeing Sierra Magazine. I'm seeing News, Falcon Herald. These are all news outlets of some sort that are going to have information that we should be able to trust for the most part. Okay. What we've asked you to do, you guys have this this slideshow that we've given you where you are going to write down some of the information. Okay. What topic did you choose? Why did you choose it? What project are you going to do? But for each one of your sources, you need to fill in this information. Okay. So maybe I find a good source on wolves that I like. I'm going to go down to these slides where it says source number 1 and source number 2 and fill in the information. Now, what's important is I don't have to fill in all of this for each one of the sources. Okay, maybe one source is really good about explaining what the problem is. Maybe a different source is really good about talking about some of the solutions. Okay, but we want to, by the end of our research, be able to have been able to answer all of these questions for what is the problem, where is it taking place, what caused the problem, what is the animal or plant's role, the niche in the ecosystem, how is the ecosystem being impacted, how does this problem impact us, what solutions have already been tried or are being considered, and what has worked or has not worked. Okay, so again, we do not need to include all of this information for every single source, but once you have found your 3 different sources, by the end, you should have answered all of these questions at least once. Okay, so the very first thing it's looking at, go back to this first one, is the web address, the URL. So when I am looking for that, if I click on this, Colorado wolves are on the ballot. Okay, it's from Sierra Magazine. There's a lot of ways to cite websites. There's more proper ways than what we're going to have you guys do. All I need you to do is to copy and paste your web address into your slideshow, just so we can go back and look to see what you have, where you got your source. Okay. When you're answering these following questions, though, after reading through the article, after watching a reliable documentaries are totally okay. Maybe you found a podcast you want to listen to, that's also fine. Okay, but it's really important that you guys put this information that you're answering in your own words. All right.